I haven't shot a video in a while, and I've had a few things kind of pop up here recently that I thought I might record and possibly upload and share with the world. So I don't have all my thoughts quite organized, so we're gonna just basically make this up as we go. The first thing I wanted to record was I wanted to demonstrate something here that I've kind of pointed out before in a previous video, and that's that I have these knives here. Pardon the mess. I've got like 5,000 projects going on all at the same time, and none of them are getting done. This is kind of my projects table. It keeps getting worse. But anyways, so recently I started looking into OTF knives mostly because I was impressed with the engineering and pardon me, getting in the way of the camera there. I was kind of impressed. Boy, I got an avalanche of stuff everywhere falling. I was primarily going after, I don't know, I just thought it was kind of neat, all these OTFs. So we started with this guy, and when I received him, I got it because it was small and slim, but when I received it, I didn't realize how small and slim it was. And while I like it, it seems too thin. Now, it's never misfired. It's never not deployed the blade. It's easy to deploy. It has a nice little pocket clip. This is not going to be a review. This is really just an evolution of my thoughts on these OTFs. So, and I thought, hey, you know what? If I needed to shove this in between the ribs of a pit bull as it's biting my neck, I might break this blade off inside the animal, and then I might be it. That might be it. I may not be able to do anything else with it. So I wanted something with a little more thickness to the blade. I don't know how thin that is, but I have another video kind of going over this knife more thoroughly. So I do like it. I like it a lot. But then I moved on to these guys, the Defender OTF. And in fact, I bought two of these, and one of them is broken. It's the one that I carried all the time. It's laying right here. I was able to fix it, but then another very similar problem broke on that knife. Basically, you have this mechanism with these hooks. I damaged the spring. That was because I'm an idiot. And then basically you got these hooks on either side of this slide mechanism, and the hooks break. I was able to modify the hook on the front, and I was able to make that work. But the hook in the back, I tried the same modification and it failed. But that's beyond the scope of this video. But yeah, this one's my black handled one. I love this knife. I'm gonna try to fix it. In fact, a friend of mine has parts that I might be able to use to fix this knife. And there's not a whole lot to it. Basically, just I need to fabricate hooks that will last longer than what these hooks have lasted. And again, I'm not going to get into that. I shot and probably close to 2 hours worth of video showing how I was able to fix this the first time, and it lasted indefinitely But when it broke the second time, that's when I had difficulty doing the same modification. But again, we're gonna move on. So I got to understanding this style. This is the atomic. No, it's not the atomic. I think it's called lightning. That's right on the hand. That's right on the blade. Of course, this camera is insubordinate at times. So I liked this knife. I got the bigger, thicker blade, and I feel like we're in better shape now for dealing with whatever. This is super sharp. I ran that edge through this finger about a month ago. Man, boy, that cut me deep and fast. After messing around with this knife, I started to understand that we have a weak spot here. Now we have a weak spot in this handle. Basically, we're counting on these two screws to keep this piece sandwiched down upon the blade. So again, while the blade's not going to break this time, unlike in this guy, I felt like the blade is going to break. We now probably have a handle that's going to break. These are extreme situations, but it'd be nice to know that in extreme situations, the knife that is on you is the one that you can count on. So if you're just opening mail or packages or whatever, these will be fine for years, I suspect. Well, with the exception of the hooks on this, they can't take a whole lot of random opening and close. I bet I opened and closed that knife, I don't know, 5,000-6,000 times, just randomly, because it's like a fidget spinner for adults. That it's highly addictive. The sound, the feel, the act. It's very addictive. But anyways, I decided to investigate into a bigger OTF, which is what we got here. This is called the Atomic Defender, and it is significantly heavier and significantly bigger. I thought I read somewhere that this handle is made out of aluminum. This handle, I don't know what it's made out of. It could be some aluminum alloy. I don't know for sure. I could tell you that it's really heavy, though. It is significantly thicker, though. See if I got anything laying around here that's magnetized. Sometimes my knives end up being not hypnotized, magnetized due to sharpening. Okay, like that piece of metal. That's a terrible test. It's not working. I can't tell. Anyways, so I wanted to get something that was bigger. This is significantly bigger. The blade is, we've went back to a dagger. It is thicker than this. And that's for EDC and self-defense. I feel like an OTF dagger might be the best solution. Now, granted, you can't exactly whip this out in front of most people, the average citizen. If you work with the public, or if you're boss or whatever, co-workers may have a problem seeing you with this knife. This knife, not so much. They may not even notice what you're doing. Open it, make your cut, close it, back in your pocket it goes. This is a little harder to conceal. It hangs out of my hand on both sides. So anyways, this is good, but the weight bothers me. And I'm going to show you the main reason why I reach for the camera. I'm going to show you, if this is in your hand, yes, this is easy to open, close, deploy. I've modified this to make it easier to deploy the blade and retract it. When I first got it, it was so hard to push on this that I could really only open and close this thing about 2 or 3 times before my thumb would start to give out. Maybe 4 or 5, maybe I could do it 4 or 5 times max, then I got to take a break. And in fact, most people on the internet show that they can't even, they have to like hook their thumb to pull it back down. I've changed this one so that it's significantly easier. I can do this not necessarily all day, but as you can see, I'm well beyond 2 and 3 times. Okay, so the paint's wearing off. It's kind of looking like crap. It's looking like it's years, like seen years of service in the field somewhere. I've barely carried it. This has barely been used. This is mostly just being in my hand messing around with it. So I do like the knife, but I hate its weight so much that I've been contemplating taking a disc sander and knocking these edges off to reduce its weight. Maybe even flatten this, flatten all surfaces, make them more square, just to remove some material to get the weight down. But anyways, so yes, while this is easy to deploy, let's demonstrate something. I'm going to point this down, so hopefully it will show my pockets where the knife is. Hopefully the camera can see this. So here's the knife. Let's say that a pit bull is attacking me. Here's the knife. I pull it. Boom. Blade's deployed, ready to go. Okay? So I'm ready to tip up, tip down, whatever we need to do. Right? So what am I demonstrating? I'm showing you how fast I can draw this blade. So first I have to, thumb goes into the pocket, my fingers grip the pocket clip and pinch, pulling up on the handle, pulling it out of the blade, and then I have to walk my hand down the handle, put my thumb into position, and deploy the blade. Not a big deal. But when milliseconds count, that's not as fast as we can get. Here's a non-OTF knife. This is a crkt M16. I suppose you're not going to focus. M16-14 SFG. You know, and same with this guy. I've got another variant of the very similar knife, M21-14 SFG. Okay, I'm going to show you this knife has a thumb stud. It also has these, I don't know, handguard type things. I don't know what you would call those. And this knife is lighter than this knife, and it's just about the same size. Okay, so while I'm enjoying the gimmicky OTF fashion of this, I don't know, there's something about this that I like. So anyways, this has a lock and a liner lock, and because I've been carrying these knives for a long time, I've gotten to where I can open and close these with one hand. Okay, now I'm going to show you this knife, how quickly I can pull the blade. So we got a pit bull or someone or something attacking you. Knife, same thing. Thumb goes in the pocket, put your fingers on the clip, pull. Now we do make an adjustment here. As we're pulling it out of our pocket, we also push back against our pocket and pull out. And you'll notice that the blade is already deployed. There's nothing else to do. There's no repositioning in the hand. The knife is ready to go. So we can go tip up or tip down. I've also gotten to be very comfortable with this knife. I can conceal it. You may not even see it. It's completely black. So you may not even see it. It's quieter. So the blade's ready to go, you don't even see it. Or you can make it as visible as you'd like. That's my point. Because of these pieces here, they get caught. That'll get caught on your pocket. And as it's being pulled out of your pocket, it gets caught and opens, and then it locks, and it has two locks. We have a lock, what they call liner lock here, and then we have a lock for the liner lock. I can't believe more people don't know about or have this knife. This knife, I think it's fantastic for EDC or self-defense applications. I'm going to say that I've had this one since probably about 2008 or 9, if I had to guess. I lost it. And when I lost it, I ordered a replacement, but I decided to go with the Tonto Edge. And then I found this, so now I have two. And then this one, there's a bearing in here, and it went out. For whatever reason, the bearing went out and stopped rotating, so it wore flat. Had a flat side on the ball bearing. And I sent it off to crkt about 2-3 months ago, and they sent me a new knife. So here it is. So technically this is 2 or 3 months old, but it was a replacement for a knife that I've bought 6-7 years ago. Didn't have the receipt. Had no proof of purchase. I mean, I might be able to chase a receipt down because I keep all my receipts, but it would have been a nightmare to chase that down. They just sent me a new one. They said, here you go. They asked that I sent the old one back first. As soon as they received it, they sent me this. So anyways, that's my point. That's that this knife can be deployed just as quickly as this. The deployment's the important part, in my opinion. Now, sure, I could put this away a lot quicker. Boom, it's away. This one, I'm not left-handed. I'm working on left-handed. Working on my left-handed knife deployment, but I've got a ways to go. So yeah, but this knife has several ways to be opened. I can flip it like so. I got a thumb stud. I can also flip it like so. I can basically just flip it like that. Boom, it's ready to go. And then of course I can hook this on something. Boom, it's open, and I can push on that and open it. So there's so many different ways to go about that. And it's not an OTF. It's not going to break. I'm going to carry this for years until I lose it or somebody steals it. Just like this one. I'm guessing I've had this close to 10 or 11 years at this point. And it does feel smoother. It's my handling of it over the years has made it smoother. Every edge is a little less hard and cut than my new one. You can even see even this material is smoother, and that's just from being worn, from being carried, being used. So anyways, that was the main thing I wanted to talk about. I got a little bit of bonus material for you. This is something I'm working on. I've realized how quick and easy I can open these knives with my right hand. My left hand, not so much. It takes quite a bit more effort and thought. So that's something I'm going to try to start doing, is working with my knives in my left hand. I'm contemplating carrying multiple knives. I've always just carried one knife. And I'm thinking about carrying multiple knives. I'm thinking about carrying a self-defense knife in my left pocket, a self-defense knife in my right pocket, and then a knife that I can whip out in front of people discreetly, to open up mail or packages, and that might be this guy, a little tiny OTF. So basically it's going to look something like this. So if you were to look at my pocket, you may notice two clips. One is the defense knife, and the other one's going to be the EDC, like daily task knife. So my thinking was, let's practice on opening the knife on the left side. Even just reaching into the pocket feels weird. I'm so used to being able to get my knife from this side. I'm just going into the left feels weird. Also, this knife is going to have to share this pocket with my phone. So I'm going to try to keep the phone in the front of the pocket and the back, and then the knife in the back. So as I reach in with my thumb, I need to be aware that I don't push back. I'm not going to be pulling back to open the knife. Now I need to push forward like so. And as you can see, it's not, that was awkward, and I didn't even quite get it right. Now I can snap that. Now it's ready to go. So my thinking was, why focus all this training and all this knowledge and all this experience with knives for this hand if this hand gets damaged, or this arm gets damaged or taken out? I can't hold a knife. I can't move this arm. I can move this one, but now I can't even open a freaking knife with my left hand. I got to do something about that. So that's I decided to start working on my left hand. And I thought, how easy would it be to fend off an attacker if you have someone attacking you and you can reach into both pockets, pull out two knives, and you're ready to go. I got two knives. They might appear to be concealed at the moment. If I choose to show them off, there they are. You know, if I need to show someone that I'm armed with something, you know, I can click these guys around a little bit. How cool would that be? Imagine what an attacker must think if he sees your defensive position quickly transform into this. It just feels feels like you're a little more prepared with the knife in each hand. So that's kind of what I'm thinking, and that's kind of what I'm thinking about working on my left hand knife tactics. And I'm just opening and closing the thing is a challenge. As you can see, I just dropped it. So, yeah, I'm going to start working with my left hand. You know, so we'll just give another demonstration. Now I've got myself distracted. Okay, so now I'm going to flip both down like so. As you can see, this one went, this one did not. There we are. I need to practice that. I need to do that quite a bit more. So anyways, that is the conclusion of this video. I just want to kind of show my evolution, show the evolution of some of my thoughts with a knife, and why a good folder may actually be better at self-defense than some of these types of things. You know, I can't remember. My OTF Lightning is not more than a month old, and yet there it is broken. I bet I've only had it for anywhere from 3 to 5 weeks. There it is broken. Why is it broken? Because I used it too much. That's the thing. I used it too much, and I know it's going to be the same thing with this. All of these OTFs, they're all built the same from what I can see. All these cheap OTFs, they have the same design. Now maybe I got a bad one. Maybe I just happened to get one with these weak hook pieces. And so maybe I just got unlucky. I need to contact the seller. I've bought a bunch of these knives. I probably have bought 5 of them at this point in the last 2 months. So maybe I should get with them, see if they'll fix it. I know what it needs, but that's a video for another time, which I've already shot. But thanks to a phone update that corrupted my memory card, I don't have that video any longer. I didn't get it updated to a PC. So anyways, that's all I got for now. Thank you.